I believe in the justice system, and that that's why we have courts and judges to find the truth so that justice is served. Well, justice never happened.
People go to the courts for justice. They go to the courts to uphold the law. And when the courts don't follow the law and they engage in what I believe now is outright fraud by the appellate court, Second Department, there's nothing.
I was removed from my house with an order of protection based on false allegations that I was bipolar, schizophrenic, violent, all of which were disproven in their entirety by thorough forensic testing. I had no idea that it was going to happen, and my now ex-wife had gone into court in what they call an ex parte hearing, where one person can go in and make a charge with absolutely no evidence or information whatsoever, nothing. It turns out that my now ex-wife has bipolar disorder, possibly schizophrenia, and other mental disorders, which were proven through a forensic test. Many times through the course of the marriage or relationship, my now ex-wife had pulled a knife on me on several occasions for no reason whatsoever. Also, this was in the court documents, that she is violent, she is abusive, and that my life had been threatened on several occasions. And again, the law guardian, the judge, the system collectively did nothing about this. I believed in the justice system, and that that's why we have courts and judges to find the truth so that justice is served. Well, justice never happened. I wonder why they do this. Is there a gender bias? It appears that there is a very serious gender bias, even where the mother is violent. Well, in my case, where they did find the truth and they found out that the accuser was the perpetrator, they did nothing. I hold the judge accountable, I hold the law guardian accountable, and these people need to take a very careful look at what they're doing. Following my divorce, the finalization of it in 2006, my now ex-wife goes into court and files a petition for a support modification, claiming that the needs of the children are not being met, there's been a change in circumstances, etc. I went into court, had an attorney. My attorney, everybody believed that it was a frivolous case. My ex-wife testified that she needed money for Nintendo games. She testified that she has swimming pool service, landscapers, lawn mowing service, vacations to Puerto Rico, etc. Certainly this is not a case where the needs of the children are not being met. If one can afford swimming pool service and lawn mowing service. Anyway, the judge awarded her an increase in the support based on this testimony. The case was filed my objection. Here again, the support magistrate is mindlessly awarding more money to a person who has no accountability as to how they're spending it. I now file an appeal to the appellate court in Brooklyn, believing that this is the place of justice. This is where justice will be served. Nope, that did not happen. The appellate court now engages in outright fraud by claiming that there's documentary evidence supporting the original support modification, that the needs of the children are not being met. There's nothing in the case law anywhere that says that lawn mowing service or swimming pool service and things that are not directly involved with the children have anything to do with child support. The system's being abused by the custodial parents. It's being abused by the support magistrates and the family court judges.
My ex-wife accused me of bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, and being abusive, all of which I had disproven. The judge, Samarco, the law guardian, Kelly Myers, and the system collectively did nothing about it after I exonerated myself through forensic testing, and I further proved that my now ex-wife has bipolar disorder.
And she got custody of the kids.
And she has custody after making false allegations.
Yeah. And there's no proof, and there's no search for the proof or anything like that.
No, there's no search for the truth. There's no careful analysis of what's going on. It's all a matter of procedure. And
so in other words, you become a statistic
right,
that then the Poughkeepsie Journal can then focus in on, and everybody can make a story, and you're one of the statistics, and you're probably one of the bad guys.
Right.
Because just because you're a guy, you're one of the bad guys.
Right.
Huh.
Propaganda.
All propaganda.
Overzealousness of so-called domestic violence. I had knives pulled on me. My life was threatened. My wife told me one day she's going to get a shotgun and shoot the F out of me. And it was in court documents that I was threatened. She threatened me with a knife.
And then nothing ever happened to her?
And the judge did nothing. Right.
Absolutely nothing. Isn't that a shame? Somebody goes in and they're afraid for their life or something, and they go to the second floor of the family court building, that they actually put together the petition to go to the court, okay, for the family court, for the judge to make a decision. Do you think that they egg them on a little bit when they make up those petitions?
Oh, certainly. Yeah, certainly. In my case, it looks like they egged my ex-wife on and enhanced what she had to say. And
so in other words, they could have actually been steering them or putting information in to the petition.
Information in her head, causing them to believe things, believe it or not, that aren't true.
Probably things that she may not even thought of herself.
Right. Parental rights are a basic human right, a human rights violation. If you take someone's child away from them based on false allegations, that's a human rights violation. To the child first and then the parent secondly. And that's what we have here in the United States right now. A family court system that is completely out of control. It's abusive to people. False charges are regularly filed. The courts are acquiescing or facilitating the false charges. They do nothing when they find out that they're disproven or there's no factual basis for them. And that is completely against the American way. If you've ever been confronted or had an opportunity to experience your child being taken away from you for absolutely no reason, that could drive, I would certainly say, some people crazy. The war on dads in America is continuing.
So you really think it's a war on dads, huh?
It could be a war on dads, or it just could be a way to support the family court industrial complex.
Through that Title 4D money that they get from the federal government.